Everyone, and let's continue reading Irotoridori no Sekai. And this time we finally gonna learn about what transpired in Yuma's past and what kind of atrocities he committed to make Suzu hate his gods. So let's not waste any more time and jump straight to the reading. Huh? Wind. The wind was howling. It sighed quietly as it lifted and flung about the white feathers covering the ground. This was the realm that existed at the furthest reaches of the universe. Also, it's crazy, but it's for the first time we got to see the library of the Beyond itself. Like, we told about it back in chapter 3, I think. But we never got to see the actual place itself. And here we are. This was the realm that existed at the furthest reaches of the universe. The great library of the Beyond. The place where all life ascends to after death. I was the one tasked with managing this space, this collective consciousness, in a sense. I had no name. So Yuma wasn't the god per se, but like the manager of the place. I had no name. I was but a mere consciousness that existed here to carry out the will. Oh. After finishing one of the new books placed on the shelves, I heaved a deep sigh. I want to learn about love. Each and every one of the lives recorded in this box were filled with this word love. So that's why Shinku is talking about the love so much throughout the entire common round, and at the beginning of each round, like that's her wish she wants Yuma to fulfill. So initially it was his own wish. Love, affection, yearning of the heart. It seems to be a uniquely a human experience. However, there are also humans who felt unloved by all. Which is why I had to once again summon those humans here, to harbor such a deep loneliness in their hearts. That was what our promise dictated I do. But the promise with whom? We humans all exchanged a promise with me here, and after that, he is talking by whom he means every single person that lives in the world. Every human soul exchanged a promise with me here, and after that, they would go embark off on their journey to whatever world they were to be born in. I promise to find the happiness. I kind of feel like he is Shinigami, in a sense. Like, just sounds oddly familiar, even if it's somewhat different than that. Also, it reminds me a bit of a certain game, Library of Ruin. Like. It's just the way the books and the souls tied together. They just. I promise to find happiness. With this life, I will fulfill that promise and attain happiness. So please, God, watch over us. Whenever we are sad, please comfort us and tell us that everything will be alright. That was the promise. As such, imbued them with the power to fulfill their wishes and send them off to their desired worlds. Following that, I want to watch over them from, from afar as they began their new lives. Humans are such precious, lovable creatures. Each and every one of them lives so earnestly as they strive to attain happiness. Sometimes I get the urge to tell them to relax a little bit though. I, I kinda like that his thoughts are so detached. I mean, it's just showing that the huge distance between him and actual humans. I don't want them to hurt themselves in the process of finding this happiness. All I want is for them to enjoy the life that they have been given. However, they promised me that they would find happiness, which meant that I had to promise them something in return. The promise I exchanged with them was that they would never be alone. I would give them family, friends, them to swim lovers. I wish these predetermined relationships into their lives, so that they would never be alone. Why then? Why did I find myself feeling so immensely unsatisfied? Even though I had granted the humans the freedom to love, I myself was not allowed to leave the space to which I had been confined. Even so, no, it was precisely because of that. Lately, I found myself so fascinated by this emotion the humans called love. Love. The sole reason I came to this place was so that I could attain it for myself. Yet it feels like it's so far out of my grasp. The humans. Is it how he decided to manifest as Kanoyuma? Like, to attain the love? The age so precious, so beautiful and pure. Every last of one of them. There has been one in particular who is taken. My fancy also for light though. In the location I was in, I had access to countless different worlds, and I could view them if I so pleased. I wanted to teach me about love. A human who had captured my heart. That soul who lived with more passion than any other I had observed. They were always so hopelessly in love. However, it was a love that was not meant to be. Time and time again, they would meet a tragic end before their love could be realized. Yet they stood up after each failure, asking to be reborn in the next world, so that they could once again fall in love with that same soul and protect the ones that they loved. That's some real dedication there. Right now, they lived in a poor town named Kazatsugahama, so the soul he's talking about is Nikaido Ai? Like, the name was her name was her surname Nikaido. Her first name I okay, I told you like Nikaido Ai. She, I thought, would be the best person to teach me what it really meant to fall in love. So with that in mind, I decided to have her brought here. Even though her life as Nikaido Ai was far from reaching its natural end. Even though she was finally on the verge of attaining the relationship she desired with the boy she so loved. I saw her future and her store. For the first time ever, used the power of the library for purely self-serving reasons. Solely to satisfy this greedy, this desire of mine to learn of love. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me for what I have done. I felt guilt in my heart. She deserved to be punished for my sins. I remembered. She made me remember. And I knew who I was. Was that, was that what? Vision of me asked. A dream? A hallucination? Did you force me to see that? What must have glaring at the witch in front of me? Being a witch, I thought, certainly it would be conceivable for her to have the power to show me visions. What did you even stand in to gain from showing me a dream like that? She just wants us to see our own deeds and probably sends us to send us in a deep despair because of one kind of sins we have committed before, or at least to make us drop the current persona we have, that we're on the same page with Shinku and with you and every other survivor that was there before. It upset me. It was pointless. And it was cruel of her. I was a human, just like all of them. I was on their side. I worked to save Kana and Mio and all the others who had been taken. Yeah, the switch. She had the audacity to... Why? Why did you show me that dream? I've been listening to yourself. Remember, you don't dream. I want to know now. You've seen my hat. I looked her square in the eye. What do you think? Personally, I believe that all evildoers, without exception, have both an understanding and self-awareness of their own malevolence. To know what would be the height of the wickedness, don't you think? I told you to remember everything. However, the truth is, you never forgot. You never forgot to even for a second. Your memory functions in a way that is vastly different to ours. They're fundamentally two non-alike systems. For us humans, we are consciously aware of how each day is connected and builds upon the previous one. But you don't have anything like that. Which is why you have to keep a diary. It allows your memories and your consciousness to follow alongside the flow of time. So here we finally have the explanation, like the real explanation about what the hell is going on with you, man. And why he kept losing all his memories every single time, like the day past midnight. My memories, not literally, but like every time he decided to head to the bed, my memories. The fundamental way it functions. From the very first day you set a foot in this world, in this town, up until now, you have always been consciously aware of what you are every second of the way, yet at the same time, there was confusion. That was because I stole the pages from your book, which recorded that segment of your memories. The only way that you're able to arrange and store your memories like the rest of us is by writing a diary. Do I need to say it again? Sure you understand by now. You're not a human. You differ from creatures like us on a fundamental level. I let you in here to give you the missing pages of memories from your book. So essentially, it's not like we are actually forgetting the things. It's more than our brain doesn't function, or if you can call it a brain, like it doesn't function in the same way the human one does. And we need the diary, like the physical diary, as a storage instead of so you know the memories in the brain. You wanted your meeting with her to free from any and all preconceived notions, so you took a portion of your memories from the book and entrusted them to me. When the time came, you said, I should give them back to you. But why would you agree to all of this if you had his guts? That's not what I understand. Like, really, I can get it. It was part of the contract we share. I have been waiting here all this time so I could fulfill it. So it was a contract after all. You gave me this doorbell and told me to use it to call to you. Again, it rang. It was some unknown empty space. I was almost led to believe that it was resounding from inside her. However, that didn't matter one bit right now. What was my relationship with this sixth person? That's quite a good question to ask, but like... Judging from this, we still don't have all the memories on us. I did sure hold the key to restoring my lost memories. Now that I had those pages back, I was able to recall everything. However, none of these questions matter to me anymore. I kidnapped Shinku's sister and Kanoyuma. All the pain she endured, all the tears she had shed, it's all my fault. That's right. I understand how truly evil you are you now. Because you wanted to satisfy that curiosity, that selfish desire to learn what love was, you cut short the life of an innocent girl. But if he is so different from the human being, can you actually apply the concept of morality and stuff like good and evil to him? Well, you might apply this concept to him if maybe right now, because he at least get to live for a bit as quote human, but before, I don't know. It's I think it's too far-fetched. But I still get what where she is coming from. In that case, if the anomaly destroying this world really is my doing too, it is your fault. I know what exactly you did to cause it, but it has to be your doing. Who the hell else could be responsible for this? The people who destroyed the moon? No one else but you would even be capable of devising something so damn heartless and cruel. In a little bit, I'm probably going to go and join all the others who were taken away. I still remember what Kana had said that day. All of it was my doing. No, I couldn't. I can't believe this. But honestly, it's still one hell of a twist, even if... as you know, I see this one coming like a long time ago. Like, I made this assumption back in the end of the common route. I can't believe this. What did you say? I don't want to believe it. However, the pages she gave me, the pages which I needed to know who I was, she didn't steal them from me. I really gave them to her. Because I wanted to be a blank slate when I met that human girl. That was why I gave this witch a part of my memories. Then told her that she could return them to me once I had arrived back here, but... What's the catch, like? I would agree to help us with the scheme. I closed my eyes and almost instantly that image of the beyond came rushing back to me. I recalled what actions I took while in that place. In order to learn what love was, I took Nikai's eye away without considering the implications of what I was doing. That was what kickstarted the anomaly, and subsequently the beginning of this world's demise. So it's like the butterfly effect or something akin to that in a way. Huh? I would not turn a blind eye to the white of maybe it's just us deciding to not abide by the rules anymore. Just, I'm still not entirely sure how, because the end of the world, like sure we took some random people we were curious about, like but was it really the cause of the apocalypse? What I saw was in a dream, not a hallucination. Hey, what's the matter now? God got your tongue. Go on. Can't believe it. What else? Please let me hear your pathetic excuses. Tell me what justification you have. Go on. Tell each and every person you had. Each and every person of this world. But there's nothing but justified. But she still got a point. Like, even if you can't apply all those concepts to him back then, it still doesn't change anything about him destroying so much lives. This is actions, even if he's a god, like. I took out the book which housed my memories. Then I ripped it to shreds. What the hell are you doing? I continue to rip and shred, page after page. I killed Shinku's sister. Me, I did. I murdered her. No. No, I didn't. Pain coursed through my entire body. When the pages were shredded, my skin was ripped off. Stop it. She grabbed the book from me in anger, but the overwhelming guilt was still eating me alive. I want cake. I was the one who caused your sadness. So please, sensei, don't hate me. Imagine becoming the friends with all these people and realizing that you're the cause for all of their deaths. Like, holy crap. I was the one who caused your tears. That god from the beyond that is destroying this country is a violent Victor monster, and now I see why Shinku reacted to him in such way back in chapter 12 when we were watching some glimpse of her backstory. Was the one who robbed her of her happiness. I pulled at my hair in a fit of rage. It was the one who caused all of this. It's all my fault. I attacked with enough strength to rip the hair from my scalp. Hey, quit it. You're the only burning that body. Don't you dare damage it. Kill me. Kill me, please. I don't deserve to live in this world for a second longer. The witch grabbed my hands, but I punched and kicked and flailed. Why? Why did you let me go out there and cross paths with them? I could never face those girls ever again. I promised that I would save them, but for what? What irony. It was the cause of their suffering, yet I had the audacity to promise them that I would save them. It was downright disgusting. It hurt. That was so much. Everything I did brought me agony. When the simple act of breathing the air of this world brought me immense pain. Kana. I was the demon in your dreams. The witch's words resounded in my heart. Do you know how utterly revolting is to be told by a person who murdered your family? Oh, you poor Fina, don't worry. Understand your pain in your grief. Quit trying to console me. It makes me want to puke my guts out. Her comparison was all too real. Please, kill me. Kill me. Put me out of this misery. I know you hate me. You despise me, so please, do it. I can't stand to live in this world any longer. I'm mere immortal. How do you expect me to kill something like you? He was well like a knife. If I could, kill you won't even solve a single damn thing. People you killed won't come back. I slapped my heart against the wall as hard as I could. I wanted to rip and crush and destroy this body. I wanted to inflict a pain upon this flesh that was housing the soul of a demon like me. Stop. Stop it. Stop it right now. She slapped me. Quit putting on display. She pushed me down the floor. Remember, what is that you came here to do? She grabbed my hair. You feel even more of regret for what you have done, and hold your end of the promise. Your way seems to be aside from me. Was our promise what I think it was? I mean, the stopping the apocalypse. You go back on your word, then even the goddamn devil look like a sign compared to you. I felt a sudden dull pain in my abdomen. After that, I fell down. She had kneed me so hard that it felt as though my stomach would split open. Sorry. I forgot that you were just wearing that body. I feel you. She couldn't punch us even if she wants. I wish this were your real body. Then I would be able to beat you to a pulp without hesitation, but... I'm wondering what... How How we actually look like? If Yuma's body is the one we're borrowing. No. No. But I guess it's just like with Ayuma. I promise, Kana. I promise you that I would save everyone. Please. I beg of you. Save us from this place. But how am I supposed to? Why did I even promise him? How the hell am I supposed to save them now? There was a part of you that knew though, wasn't there? You could tell that you weren't the same as the humans around you. Or what? You're actually under the impression that you were the one of them? God, not that would be right. I'd be laughing so hard if I would laugh myself to death. No, it can't be. I'm not. I could deny it. I could reject it. I could struggle against it, but he would. If he keeps denying it, that it would make the promise and all the deaths in the way. But thus I may, the memories from the beyond that sit around my head would not go away. The reason I took Shinku, sister. The reason I came here. Even the reason I had this wish to help me, so that I could finally be free of the shackles which constrained me to that place. I could remember it all so clearly. Why? Why didn't you call me here earlier? Why did you wait until I had met them, befriended them, and promised Kana and knew that I would protect them? Why the hell did you do that? It was just a tiny sprinkling of revenge for me to you. Thought so. Sure enough, I did inherit a mutual contact with you, and I did feel it necessary to join forces with you. If I ever wanted to see my life once again. Even despite that, though, I wasn't going to be satisfied unless I was able to strike back. Tit for tat. I wanted to have you experience the pain of having the people you care for taken from you. No. No. They didn't know anything. Honestly. I would love to be able to despise you with every fiber of my being, but I might not have any right to. I entered into contact with you, fulfill my wish, mine and no one else. You don't have the right. All I mean is that it would be hypocritical for me to condemn your actions. People done, so I am. She kept a long deep sigh. It said, so this is how our partnership with Suzu has begun. After all, I sat here and watched us. Those kids were snatched away, one by one, and taken away to the beyond. But wait, I thought you said that it was a deliberate act of revenge toward me. You think that I'm omnipotent enough to be able to stage something like that? Of course I'm not. There was no way in hell I would. Your father's not arrived in this world anyway. Go home for now. We'll continue the discussion tomorrow. I like how we're taking our time with this discussion. Despite all the circumstances. And I kind of have to work together if we want to achieve our goals. So the people will laugh and get the gifts of this that world turning again. But we can sort out details regarding that later. You're home for today, please. We still can't forgive your actions and take that anger and channel it over to what we are about to begin tomorrow. As if opened up your book again, making that I could do nothing else at this point. What are you still doing here? She sighed. I thought you'd get lost. I don't even wanna see your face right now. Looking at it reminds me of my own repulsiveness. I staggered to my feet. Just one final thing. What? There's something I want to ask of you. I don't know if you will do it for me, but spit it out. Thanks. There's something I want. Something you want? I know that. I want a kick in the face. That's what you want. Is it a good? So it was a cake. Or did we make it solely on our own? Oh yes, it tastes delicious. I don't think I have had enough. I had anything besides pancakes that tasted this amazing in ages. I'm glad you like it. But it's a shame that we can't share this cake with everyone else. I have to ask though, where did you find something so rare? And like, I would like to have Kana Mio here and Ayumu. Like, Maju didn't even get to say a line in the whole round. Like jeez, they really did him dirty. Like, I have to ask though, where did you find something so rare? Well, a place. Oh, a place, I see. You do something that you're ashamed of? No, it's nothing like that. Well, whatever. Come on, some of this store. You haven't eaten anything today, have you? You must be pretty hungry, I imagine. She began to divide the shortcake into two pieces using small, deft movements. The fork she used was the same fork that she always ate her pancakes with. I'll even to have some sort of some of the strawberries. Since they're older, I'm sure of the two of us. I don't mind sharing. I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm already imagining the fallout we're gonna have with Shinku in the near future. I think that's gonna be nice to like. But at least my girl gets to have a cake for her birthday and enjoy herself for at least a bit. For a bit. Since you really don't? No, I flashed her a brief smile before shaking my head. Thanks, but I don't need any. I'm not hungry. Oh, not fooling anyone, you silly thing. She let out a small giggle. I couldn't bear to look her in the eye. Yuma? I'm fine. It's your cake after all. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Set with a note. Shinku, do you know what a day, the day after tomorrow is, what? The day after the day tomorrow is, That's that's some strange way to say it. The two, he means like the 2 days after tomorrow, like.
明日と明日とその次の日
Mm.
3日後ってことか
Yeah, or in the other words, this the day after the day after tomorrow. So 3 days from now, I can't say it or
なんてな
kidding. Sorry, being ignorance isn't my fault.
わざとらしいのはちょっと
Of course I know it's my birthday, right?
知ってるよ
I thought it's your birthday right now. Like,
そうだろ
shoot, it's it would make your birthday even worse. No. I really feeling that we're gonna give her one hell of a nasty present for her birthday, which is her finding out about our nature. Alright, there you came into this world. I know I'm a little early, but happy birthday, Shinku. Thanks.
ありがとう
Ah, is that why you brought this
だから
cake
ケ
home?
ーキを探してきてくれたのか
Yeah. Before everything happened, Mio-kan and I were planning to throw a big birthday party for you. We really worked so hard preparing for it. But those two didn't even make it to today, let alone your birthday. They mentioned to me numerous times that they wanted to make you a cake, so I at least wanted to do that for them, if nothing else.
そうか
Thank you so much,
あり
really.
がとうな
Must have spent hours upon hours searching for this, huh?
今
Can
みたい
imagine
な
it
状
would be
況
easy
で
to find such a
こんな
tasty
美味し
cake
いも
like
のを
this.
見つけてくるってい
Given
う
the
の
current
は
state this world is
本
in,
当に大変だったろ
it really wasn't that hard.
嘘つくなって
Oh, come on.
ユーマは
Don't
嘘は
lie
下手
to
だ
me.
な
Such a bad Leah. She giggled. I may be bad at lying, Shinku, but I'm far too good at turning a blind eye to things and burying my heart in the sand.
でもなるほど
Far too good.
どこかから見つけてきたわけじゃないのなら
It's
もしかして自
something
分で
really
作ったの
excellent.
かすごいなユーマは
But you didn't find it somewhere then? Did you make it yourself? Perhaps that's so impressive. Not quite. A very generous person gave it to me.
もらった
A very generous person.
親切な人
I know that. The person you mentioned to me a few times. She gave it to me.
あ
Oh, so you
あ
met
こ
her?
にあったのか
Ah, so they already know each other. Which makes sense given this how few people are left now. Like, yeah. Just before I left that room, I read in the books, asked that a sick person for something, a short cake. I had said that I know it was a wholly unreasonable request. Yet she managed to bring me one in almost no time at all, without expending any efforts. She told me to take it in Scrum. I was so amazed that I even considered the possibility that she might really be a witch. Shinku.
なんだユーマ
What is it, Ayuma? Who exactly is that sick person?
ああ面白い子だったの
Just some really benevolent witch. Huh. She's an interesting one, isn't she? Shinku chuckled in amusement. But I just couldn't bring myself to smile back at her.
でも私もあの子に
I
関して
know all
は
that much about
あ
her
まりよ
though.
く知らないんだあの子はずっと一
She
人であそこで
has
寝
been
起きして
living
いて
all by lonesome in that
私
room
たちの呼び
this
か
whole
けにも
time.
答えず
I invited her to come
教
into
室に
class
一
with
度もやっ
us,
てくる
but
こ
she
とも
never
な
showed
く
up, not even
ずっ
once.
とあの寮で本
She
ば
just
かりを読ん
holds
でるよう
herself
な
up in that dormitory and it's books day in and day out. Was she doing alright from what you could tell? Shinku then asked. I suddenly felt a sharp pain in my abdomen again. Yeah, she was doing fine. What it was, we need to be pretty good shape to be able to live with such a painful explosive kick.
そうか
So that's
元
wonderful.
気にしていたか
So she did
そい
kick
つは
us
よかった何よりだ
after all, like I knew it. Like, no way she would just let us get scot free without kicking our ass. Just giving the cake to us. After we made such outrageous request from her. After what we did. That's wonderful. I'm really glad to hear she's doing well.
確かに
Well, she and
私
I
はあの子
aren't
の
very
こと
well
を詳しくは
acquainted.
知らないけれどだけどあ
We-
の子とは
We did make a
少しは
promise
顔
that
は違
we
うけ
would
ど
work together to find a
一緒に
solution to the
最果て
problem
に
of
関して
the
の
beyond.
解決法を見つ
But
け
her
出そうと
methods are
そう誓
maybe
い合った
different
仲
from
なん
mine.
だ私たちは
You and her.
あ
Right. She
あ
says
あ
a
の子は
bookworm.
大変な読
That's
書家だからな
how she's church, you know.
私は両親
I
から
thought
受
my
け継い
parents
だ
are
研究
church.
から
Undertook my
そして
parents'
あの子
research.
は
She's
こ
going
の世
for
に溢れている
information
先
left
人の知恵から
to us by our predecessors.
最果てへの
But
道
while
のり
our
を探し
approaches
出す
differ, we both are searching for a way to reach the beyond.
そういう風にして
We're both
私た
trying
ち
to
は
save the
互い
world
に異
in
な
our
る
own
方法で
ways.
世界を救おうとしていたんだ
I see.
まあそれはともかく
Well, that's enough
あ
of
りが
that
と
for
うな
now.
ユーマ
Thanks again, you mom.
ケーキ美味しいよ
This cake is wonderful. No problem.
甘いものがいい
Boy, I just love sweets.
お腹いっ
Once
ぱい
you're done
食べ
eating
て
and
る
your
と
belly is full,
幸
just
せな
feels so
気持ちにな
blissful.
ってくる
Shinku beamed happily.
今度はお返しにお前の誕生日を私が盛大
I
に
say,
祝ってやる
thanks
よ
for all this, all of this. I'll throw you a
そうい
huge
えば
party when your
今
birthday
日の
comes
誕
around.
生日はいつなんだ
Actually, I don't think you ever told me. When is your birthday? That... that the question, you won't even be able to answer at this point. If you want to thank anyone... You should thank Khan and Mio. I think they deserve it more than me. Ah. If they hadn't done all the planning they did, I would have even thought of getting you a cake.
そうなのかな
Oh, okay.
わかった
Alright, feel very happy
今
by
日
it.
から
Should
私の
cake to my
大
list
好
of
物
your
に
favorite foods.
ショートケーキを加えておこうかなすごく甘くて
It's so
柔ら
sweet
か
and
く
soft.
て
I really appreciate
お前たち三人の
all the
気持
thought
ち
and
が
love
とても
that went into your free getting this for me. Alright, but Shinku, I'm the one who should be thanking you.
ユーマの方が
Why is that? According to a book I read in the school library, on a person's birthday, all their friends and family are supposed to thank them for being born.
そうか
Ah, so you deserve
生
a
まれ
thank
て
you
き
for
てくれ
being
て
born.
ありがとうか
This is pretty unusual. Like, I mean, celebrating the birthdays is one thing, but I can't recall anyone ever doing this. Like, no matter whose birthday it was, like, literally thanking someone for being born, that's... I'm not even sure if it's a thing. Shinku closed her eyes, a tiny smile playing on her lips.
それなら私
In
は
case I
あな
want
たに
to say hi, my sister.
会いにおめでとうを言うこ
Although
と
it
にしよ
sounds kinda sweet. Even if it's a bit odd. Huh?
う私とは
Even
ま
though
るで全
she
然
and I
似てい
are
ない
hardly
双子
anything
の
alike,
妹だ
we're
け
still
ど
twin sisters.
それでも
And we share the same
私の
birthday.
誕生日はあの子の誕生日でもあるから。
Now it's gonna hurt us even more.
もうここにはいない人間だけど、
Because Shinku's birthday is literally the day we
きっと。
Well, she's no longer here. I think it's nice to celebrate her birthday too. It's just reminder of Fayuma that he was the one who killed Ai. Like, well, she's no longer here. I still think it's nice to celebrate her birthday too. I wish I could introduce her to you. Shinku said with a smile. Ai. Just from the mere mention of that name, my episode is swelling to the point of bursting.
ごちそうさま。
Thank for the cake, Yuma. Shinku clasped her hands together after finishing and felt her thanks.
とても美味しかった
It
よ。
was really delicious. The sweet smile of hers almost seemed to change the atmosphere of the room itself.
そうだ。
Oh, that reminds me.
話の続きをする
Shall we
か。
continue our discussion? What
ユ
discussion?
ーマの話だ。
Discussion about Yuma. The
お
other
前じゃな
Yuma.
いユーマの話。
We never finished it, remember?
まだ途中だったろ。
Don't worry about it. I shook my head.
そうなの。
Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Audrey knew all about him. Was now able to remember everything, so there was no longer a need for me to ask Shinku about him. Even with her sister, I could recall it all on my own. Yuma. Can Yuma? I was supposed to possess a perfect work in her heart. It was jealous of him. And because of that jealousy, I assumed his name. If I had his name, I thought that Shinku might be more likely to take a notice of me. I closed my eyes. Then I began to recall the past. Oh boy, here we go.
ねえ、意地悪
Hey,
な神様。
Mr. Big Bad God, can I ask you a question? And here she is. I hear the voice of a young girl. I wanted to know what love was. From that selfish wish, I had decided to bring this poor innocent girl to my mind domain against her will.
神様は恋をしたことがあ
Have you
る。
ever been in love? She had every right to be upset and in distress over what happened to her. Yet her carefree smile showed not even the slightest hint of a sadness. Aye, Nikaido aye. Hers was the one soul among all I observed that I thought would best be able to help me understand what love was.
どうしたの神
Oh,
様。
come on now,
黙って
God.
ちゃわからない。
Why the
教
silence?
えてよ。
I want no unless you tell me.
恋をしたこと
Have
が
you
あ
ever been
る
in
の
love? She cocked her head to one side and smiled at me mischievously. It was something that I immediately noticed about this girl who I had taken from the small port town where she lived. She was very loquacious.
ねえ、
Come on, answer me, God. I'll get really mad if you don't.
私怒っちゃうんだから。
I'm not a god of any sort.
それなら悪い
So
人
you're
よ
just
ね
some evil person.
私たちの世界の人た
Yes,
ちみんな
that's
が
what
そう
everyone
言
in
って
this
る
world I
みたい
came from says. Maybe so. Either way, just please don't call me God. I broke the rules. How can a rule breaker be considered a god?
規則
What rules? We weren't supposed to come here yet, but I went against that established practice and brought you here. Solely because I had a desire to speak to you. You're finally able to attain the relationship you desired with the person you loved so much, and we broke that apart. We broke them apart and broke our promise with this. Your sole promise was about to be fulfilled in this life. The very promise that you and I made. We were supposed to go on find a new wish and lead a new life after this one had concluded. So the life in this this reality doesn't even end with someone fulfilling their promise. I mean, the one that soul attached to, he just gets a new promise, and the cycle starts from the scratch. Like, damn, that's pretty crazy. If she had been united with her beloved, and her soul's promise had been fulfilled, I would have lost my chance. She would never be able to teach me what love was. It was that fear which led me to break the rules. I've been working toward fulfilling your soul's promise for many lifetimes now. This iteration of you as Nikaido Ai, it was finally within your grasp. You could have moved on to something else. Yet, I saw that opportunity away from you. But look at this this way. What this means is that I get to start all over again from square one and fall in love with the next human. What? Well, we'll be born again and again until we fulfill our soul's promises. My kind promises to marry you, right? And that's how we're gonna take over human. I know that. In case there is nothing for me to be sad about. Nothing at all. But I'm excited. Can't wait to meet Yuma again in my next life. Do you forget everything that happened in this life? Yep. Even though the next time you meet, you will be complete strangers, and I won't be any guarantee he will laugh with you again. Even then. And if similar to all your previous lives, that if you don't end up together and life is full of pain and misery until you return here again? You cross that bridge when I come to it. There is no use worrying about that now. If I fail to marry him, then I will have another chance and another chance after that, and again and again. And the one who is giving me all these chances, right? Is a big bad god. Even if I can fall in love with Yuma again in my next life, I kind of want to call us the big bad now. It won't be entirely meaningless, because it's not entirely wrong, but in the same time, I mean, makes it sound like just one big joke. I'll just protect my family. Can make sure my mom, my dad, and my sister find happiness. The girl laughed, saying, "The life is about more than just one thing. Isn't that right, Mr. Big Bad God? I don't really think you are as wicked as they say." I really that. You seem to be too cheerful, to talkative. I wasn't expecting that. What? I require to be sad of your dad. Movement at all. And you're the one who killed me anyway. The girl remarked cheekily, shooting me a genuine smile, free of any hidden emotions. Yeah. So back to my original question. Have you ever been in love? What love? I don't think so. That's why I called you here, because I want to know what love is. I want to know what this is such a precious emotion, and I determined that you will be a person best suited to tell me. Right. That's all completely true. We were curious about what this emotion called love was, but was it really just a simple curiosity? Want to experience falling in love with someone for yourself? I'm not sure. Well, even if I did, I don't have time for that. I have to manage this place and that keeps me far too busy. Curious about love, but don't want to experience it for yourself. I transmitted my information to her, not noting or using any other verbal signals. Upon that, she giggled. What's so funny? Oh, I was just thinking. Okay. Actually, look like my sister in certain regards. I'm like your sister. Yep, I like her lots. She was as grumpy. And she's always get her heart wrapped up in super difficult problems. It's part of her face here. Tickle pointed at her brow. A little scrunched up, I called her. She always mumbling and gambling to herself. Well, that's that's a Shinku for you. At least when she can't have her pancake. She's such a workaholic, I tell you. She's really cute, but she doesn't care one bit about what she's doing or making herself look pretty. It's such a shame, really. You should actually try it. There's no she could make any guy fall for her. She never mentioned it, but I always had a feeling that she liked Yuma too. I mean, listen to us. The girl prattled on without pause, unable to make her head so test what she was saying. Da-da-da-dam. Michael got the achievement of making the god himself feel confused. I did notice the wide smile on her face. I could tell how much she loved the people she spoke of. Each and every one of them. Her joy was almost infectious. Onechen is really so amazing. I wonder why Yuma is so adorable and handsome. Do you think that's strange she got? What do you think? And so on and so forth. Every last syllable out of her mouth resounded with happiness. I would never heard anything so pleasant to my ears as your voice. If you were the sun... Is he gonna say that he's the moon? Huh? I'm the sun. Then Youngis... never mind, it's... Then your sister would be the moon. That's the impression I got. I listened to you speak about her. Yeah, that's a pretty good comparison. Onechen is really cute and super pretty about her. I don't know if I would necessarily compare myself to the sun, but I think you're right about my sister. She's really exceptional. Sometimes she whines about how she never seems to grow any. But that's the part of what makes her so cute. You had been a Nikaido eye, said with a chuckle. She's the kind of person I aspire to be. Shinku. Nikaido Shinku. Thank you, God. Huh? You gave me my beloved sister, and for that, be grateful for you, Mr. Big Bad God. Okay, I have the lights fast. We're gonna be a Big Bad son. Oh no. Look, I'm not a god, I told you that. But Mr. Big Bad kind of worse, but it doesn't roll of the tongue in the same way. I think Big Bad-san or just simply big battles of the Tonka. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna do it again, Agata, so don't be mad. Whatever. I have 10 exasperated Sai. Call me whatever you want. She shot me back. I'm taking you at your what? Big butter. Shot me back. I gave you a smile. Awesome. Can you, man? You was so lucky, man. To be loved so much by the sisters, you're like the sun and the moon. I had to admit, I really was jealous of him from the bottom of my heart. And that's how we abducted you, man. And possessed his body. I opened up my eyes, interrupting the stream of memories flowing in. My wish is to fall in love. Nikodai had told me fuzzily. If I really wanted to know what love was, then I had to experience it for myself. It was the reason why I came to this world. Learning firsthand what this emotion that I was so curious about was. Shinku. I painted that peaceful face next to me. I'll be back to this again, I mean, like... You're gonna have 2 minutes of a piece before... Hold up a second. I noticed something weird going on, but... Well, That's... I didn't catch that on before. It's... Maybe it's a different iteration of that on this CGI, but... Why the heck they decided to show this? I don't know. But deep down, I already knew it was an unattainable dream. I don't know, but I painted the peaceful face next to her. I wanted her to tell me how precious I was to her, or she yearned for me. I stretched out my hand and gently stroked her eyelid with my fingertips. I think we are moving on to Alia after all, like. It's time to Shinobu to retire. At least for this round. No matter how strongly I desired it, I already knew that she would never see me that way. I'm sorry. All I wanted was her forgiveness. I hurt you in so many ways. You, ma'am. I know you, ma'am. And Nikaido, I took the 2 people you loved most from your life. In doing so, I left you all alone in this world. all to satiate my own curiosity and learn about something which puzzled me. Later on, I'm no god. I muttered to her in my heart, but that cave smile I've grown so used to was no longer there. Tomorrow I should go and visit the village again. I'm going to check this world, Shinku. I promise you I will. So that one day we'll be able to fall in love with someone much more deserving of you than me. That was your sister's heartfelt wish. She wanted you to live a happy life free of obligation. So that's what I will grant you. I'll change this world so you have the freedom to live a happy life. I pulled out the book which the witch and I had taken from a certain bookstore. I think I understand now. Finally amused. Perhaps it was the witch who taught me this. By letting me cross paths with Kan and Mio and allowing me to befriend them and spend that brief time together with them. She taught me what loss feels like, what it's like to lose people who are dear to you. If I hadn't experienced this, I probably would have continued on in pursuit of my wish, ignoring what anyone said otherwise. I would have marched on prioritizing myself over anyone else. Not caring what state I left this world in. All of a sudden, Shinku began to stir. She tossed and turned in her sleep. Yoma. Hi. I knew that this was only sleep talking. She was still dreaming. Yoma. She mumbled calling that name again before a tiny smile kept up to her lips. Seriously, you're so... Still asleep, she stretched out her arms toward me. Shinku? Then she wrapped me in a loving embrace. It's so adorable. Her scent rose held me. It was sweet. Side hint of a coffee in it. Yet at the same time it was fluffy like pancakes and sweet like a shortcake. I loved it. I didn't know what she was seeing in her dream, but having her arms around me and her nose nuzzled against my chest was so wonderful. I closed my eyes. Tomorrow didn't need to come. I wanted this moment to last for eternity. Yoma. Even though she called my name, I knew it wasn't me. Maybe she was dreaming of wasn't me. A sharp pain shot through my chest. This emotion we call love can be painful one at times. It's a big bad god. When you think of that person, your heart aches. That was one of the things I taught me about love. No, this wasn't what I wanted. This wasn't the kind of emotion I had wanted to experience. My wish was to fall in love. For that purpose, I came to this world where I, sister Shinku, lived. As I gave us so much, cast aside all of my responsibilities and enlisted the help of that witch. If only I had known how painful it was to be in love. If only I had known... Yuma... how unattainable it was. So I will change my vision to something else. I'm going to fix that place which started running amok in my absence. In doing so, I'm going to fulfill your wish, Shinku. Shinku's wish, to fulfill her precious twins' wishes. Kana, Mio, and all of the other kids. And now it comes the full circle, like. To do what the adults of this country will no longer here to do. Fill those kids' dreams and wipe away the sadness in their hearts. That was Shinku's wish. I had bestowed her with the necessary power to make it come true. Feel that wish in my place. Go save Kana, Mio, and the others. Just as I had promised Kana before she left us. Please, I beg of you, save us from this place. Return to that place where I belong and never live there for all eternity. The painful aching of my chest was unbearable. Even so, I knew this pain was not enough to atone for what I had done. I prioritized my own desires before anything else. I'm far too petty. I'm far too petty and petty to be called a god. In any case, I mean, we are kind of petty joke aside, but tomorrow was the day. I'm going to meet with the witch tomorrow. I'm going to return everything to how it should be. I clutched the book tightly to my chest, the book that was going to be essential in fixing everything. All because I left that place, this world was thrown into chaos. I did everything I did with full knowledge of what would happen, but we still did it anyway. If I told the witch of that, she would no doubt be infuriated. I brooded over that I'm on other things as I waited for tomorrow. So like, everyone who's was wondering about like what the hell was going on. There is. Just for a moment I thought I'm going through this the mic turn off. Been turned on off. But we are back. Alright, God, off I go. The girl gave a sharp salute. The time had now come for her to depart. In the end, when I gotten her to quit calling me a god. God damn it. I had spoken so much since... I found myself feeling a bit sad about having to say farewell. I guess in the end, you didn't tell me much about love. It constantly asked you to tell me what love was, but she never once given me a clear-cut answer. Instead, she would talk about her twin sister. How she would eat nothing but pancakes, how she would forget to eat and kill over. How if I didn't cook for her. I mentioned this, I mentioned that. And then I found myself thinking of that sister of hers. I noticed something. I's love for her may have been rubbed off a little on me. It was a weird feeling. I just felt warm. You really love your sister that much? I really do. I replied with a big smile. I can tell, I said. But, it's important to know. Could you tell me just a little more about love? But the rules to get you here after all. So if I don't end up learning anything, I will have taken that risk for all for nothing. It's painful aching in my chest. I want you to tell me about a sweeter kind of love. Sorry, but no can do. She denied me. You can't expect a person to tell you about love, guys. If that's an intention, they'll always romanticize it. So I won't learn anything. There's a view of love like that. Then I'm just like my sister. You again, you really do love your sister, huh? Smile, that's right. I really like her. So make sure you find someone nice for her to fall in love with the next time too. Also don't forget, despite that Yuma and I will meet again, just as you planned. This is a big bad god. Alright, yes, this is where we say goodbye then. Take care. Take care. I pray that your journey is a safe one. Thanks. I promise you this. It's a nice god. It's a nice god. Here she goes and breaks, so the moniker I gave him. This have been just Really, really sweet girl. I'm gonna find the happiness with you, man, no matter what. Your new life was about to begin. Everybody should be reborn and as a home. It only described in the brief what her fight would entail. When a soul went off to be reborn, I would always speak with them about what their new life would entail. After that, I would bid them farewell and wish them all the best in their new life. It was my duty. Also, in addition to that, what I shared with that soul about their life was never set in stone. This wish could change, just as the mind could grow and develop. I wish that too had the potential to change its shape. That's was why the wake summaries out of their fates never had an end. The continuation of that fate was up to her to choose and decide upon as she lived. Still, I wish for her happiness, as I did for all the souls that I met here. Maybe next life be filled with some blessings. Maybe you had no right to wish her happiness. Despite that, though, she smiled and thanked me. I pray that you will soon be united with the person you love so much, human. Loved, not loved. We're still pretty jelly about this. As you could see. She smiled and reprimanded me for making the sounds. Although, she no longer loved him. Do you think, yeah? Do you think he will forgive me? I was planning to bring him here before you and talk about various things with him. Because I wanted to speak to the person whom I loved so dearly. Then after that I would have a better idea of what the questions to ask him, but... all of it went the wrong way. It would have helped me understand what love was really about. However, he wouldn't tell me anything, he just glared at me and used to have any sort of a conversation with me. Which makes perfect sense, because like... we just abduct the boy. Like, what the hell? I think he hates me. Yeah, well, I can understand. I was pretty devastated when it happened, God. I'm sorry. You can say about love get the better of me. I know. I forgive you for that. You can change the past, God. All we can do is look to the future and, there's something weird. Maybe. It was strange. When I spoke with this girl, I felt this warmth in my chest. Alright, God. I've spoken to you a lot about my sister, so I would like to know. What do you think of her? Oh. Now I noticed that there are feathers on both sides in the background. What do you think of her? It's probably because we literally whisked you away from the world, like... that's what feathers represent, I think. What do I think of her? Do you like her? Well, I suddenly realized something. I want to learn what love is, and you've been speaking to me all this time about your sister. Was that intentional? That's want us to fall in love with your sister. Like, what? Was she trying to get into fall in love with your sister? Oh, it's the same. I will leave that to your imagination. She showed me that characteristic carefree smile of hers. I just want my people to love you and appreciate you, that's all. And she fought vacant. Made the god to grow curious about him in that way. I wasn't able to determine what exactly that smile meant. Certainly was a strange girl.
神様
You have started to develop an interest in my sister God, and you don't have to feel guilty about falling in love with
お
her.
姉ちゃんを好きになってもいいよ誰かを好きに
You're
な
free
った
to
り
fall
す
in
るの
love
は
with
自
her
由だ
whoever
か
you
ら
like. No one can stop
誰に
you.
求められたりはしないよでもね
Just please,
約束
promise
し
me one
てよ
thing,
神
God.
様私と
Please don't be
ユウ
my
を
sister
追い
here
越
like
して
you
連れ
did
て
to
き
you
たみ
and
たい
I.
な方法じゃなくて
Go to her directly and force her
神
your
様
love
が
from
直
scratch.
接お姉ちゃんに会いに行ってそうしてそこで一から自分で恋を始め
But
る
the tricky part that we wanted there. To cover your family. You mean that I should learn what she is, who she is myself, instead of relying on information I've been told from another party and taking it as a fact. Should know that?
そうすれば
Should know
神
that,
様がお姉
you
ち
go
ゃんを
about
好
it
き
that
になる
way.
こと
Then I'm totally okay with you falling in love with her.
そう思うな
But I like that she wants us to foster the actual love is the Shinku if we decide to go and try to learn about the love together with the Shinku.
そういうわけ
So
だから
God, if you ever
私
run
も
into
これ
some
から
trouble
神
in your
様が
quest
恋して
to
く
find
れ
love,
て
then
何
I'll
か
be the
困
one
っ
to
たこ
come
と
to
が
your
あっ
ask
たら
instead.
今度は
I
私
won't say
が神様を助けるからね
through the Shinku because that would sound like pretty messed up. And it would remind me of the classroom of daily which I hate with the passion. Because it would be the phrase straight out of Anakaji's playbook. And I hate it. And I hate the dude himself. Like, yeah, the god who prays qualify us human souls to attain happiness. But from now on, I'll be the one who come to your aid. I'll be the one praying that your wish comes true. She continued. Yeah, going to. Yeah,
そうだよ
that's right. As fellow of
恋に
Purser,
恋する私
serious
た
of
ち
a
は
love,
同
so
盟
the
を
nature
組ん
that
で
we join
助け合って
forces.
生きていこう
Sketch
よ
my back and will sketch yours. The girl smiled and began her departure.
ユーマ
Wait for me, Yuma. I'm going to find you very
今
soon.
からまたあなたに会いに行くからね
Also, one last thing, God. Please cure my sister of her loneliness. After she left, I began to contemplate. Should I go and meet your sister or should I not? Are we going back to that scene or not? Let's see.
ユーマ
Oh, never mind.
今日はどうする予定なんだ
Got any plans today, Yuma? Once we've finished eating breakfast, Shinku asked me that question. Why do you ask?
早く帰ってくる
Well, I
か
mostly just want to know if
それとも遅
you're going
く
to
な
be
る
arriving
のか
back home
そこ
early
の
or
ところを
later.
教えてほしいんだよ
I don't know. We don't have any set schedule. I wasn't even certain that I'll be returning at all. If I stay there late, I'll be back late, and if I finish early, I'll be back earlier.
なんだよその微妙に過ぎる言い方は
What? Come on now. That doesn't answer the question. She smiled at me in amusement.
もっと素直な言い方ってあるだろ
You can be a bit more specific, can you not? Well, I'm not trying to say if you don't have any plans set in stone.
そうか
Ah, I see.
予定は
Nothing set in
未定
stone,
か
huh? Just don't learn, do you?
やっぱり素直じゃないなお前は
What do you mean?
どうしてって
Boy, that's why I
そ
was
りゃ心
asking.
配にもなるさ 昨日は私
Yesterday
の
we
ケー
went
キを探
find
し
a
てくれ
cake
て
for
た
me,
みたい
but
だけど、
you don't inform me
でも
beforehand that
何も
you're
聞か
going
さ
to
れ
be
ない
out
まま
late,
帰りが
then
遅い
I'll
と
be sitting all alone
待って
here
る
worrying
方が
myself
どう
to
しても
death.
心配になるんだよ。お前が私
Might
の見
was
てないところ
I'll
で
automatically start
勝
assuming
手
the
に
worst.
どこかへ行ってしまって、お前まで私を置いて
And she's really worried about
一
us.
人で遠いどこかの場所へ行ってしまったら、
But
私は
at this point, we pretty much the only one she has with her, and losing us will just bring her to the utter despair. I mean, there is still Suzu around, but it's kind of different. You're the only one I have left. You were to leave me to and go to the place far, far away. Shinku? Shinku?
私は
I'll probably cry.
きっと泣いちゃうぞ。
Is that what you want? There was a hint of mischief in that smile. Okay, that was cute. I couldn't avert my gaze.
こーら、
Over here. Huh? She tapped my cheeks between her tiny hands.
こっち向けって。
Look at me. Then she forcibly headed my head back toward her.
なんで目をそらすんだ
Why are
よ、
you
お前
refusing to
は。
look me in the eyes, mister? With my face stuck in that position, I moved my eyes so that I wasn't looking directly at her. Oh, that has Shinku.
しぶといやつだな、お前は。
Goodness, so
何
stubborn.
が何でも私と目を合わ
Refusing
せ
to
ない
look me in
気
the
か。
eye? Oh,
それ
what?
ともあれか
It's some sort of a joke.
何かのゲームのつもりか。
It's nothing. Don't worry about it, Shinku.
嘘つくんじゃない。
It is something.
昨日の夜
Don't
か
try
ら
to fool me. This has been going on since that.
私
Last
と目
night,
を合わ
you
せ
mostly
ようと
avoid
しな
looking
いじ
me
ゃ
in
ない
the
か。
eye.
何か話
Isn't
した
there
いこと
something you
と
would
かある
like
ん
to
じゃな
tell
い
me?
のか。
I know you're hiding something.
私に何か隠し事してるだろ
You told me not to worry about it, but your face, it seems to be saying that you don't want me to. She continued. No, it's not. I couldn't finish my sentence. Just couldn't bring myself to look her in the eye. Now it's getting awkward. Shinku heaved a sigh. Shinku heaved a sigh before removing her hands and releasing my rays. What rays? What rays? I mean, it is rays against the time, but like, what rays? Releasing my face.
わかった
Fine,
信じよう
I'll trust you.
今のところは
For
今
now,
は
at
信
least.
じる
You seem to not want to talk.
これ以上
I don't
何を
believe
聞いても
anything I say
お
will
前
change
は
that.
口調ありそうにないしなだけど
I really
本
okay
当
though.
に大丈夫
I
なんだね
trust you, Yuma. So we'll take
私
your
はお
word
前
on
を
it.
信じるぞユーマ
I trust you,
お前
Yuma.
は大丈夫何でもない困ったこと
It
は
will
ない
really get
だ
ugly.
から何も問題
Oh
はない
no. Do you promise
そうなんだな
that you're fine? Do you promise that it's really nothing and that you're not struggling with anything? You have to be pause, I know that.
わかった信じよ
Alright, I believe you.
うもうこの国には
There's no one left in this
私と
world
お前
but you and me and
そ
her.
してもう一名
We're last three survivors.
その3人しかいないんだ
But technically two, but like
これからを生きてい
we
く
want
た
to
めに
continue living.
私たちは協力し合わ
It's
なくちゃいけ
imperative
ない
that we work together. You understand that? Don't you, Yuma?
だから
Keep seeking secrets from
私たちの
one
間
another
で
will
は
only hinder our
妙な
ability
隠
to
し
that.
事はなしだぞ
I know. I'm really fine though. Nothing's going on with me. There was a chance that I would never come back here. This was no problem, in fact. It was pathway to a solution. I had no reason to tell Shinku. That was what I told myself.
もう一度確認
Last
する
one
ぞ
final time. We're going to the...
今日の予定は
When do you plan
ど
to
れくら
come
いに帰
to
って
be
くる
back? I'm going to meet with the sick person today, and I know when I will be back.
あの子に会いに何を
I'm
しに
going
行く
to
ん
be
だ
see her. what reason? I don't know. I won't know what we are doing until I get there.
予定は未定だ
Because
から
nothing is set in stone. Hmm.
そうか
Alright, be safe, okay?
あまり無茶はするなよ
Huh? I thought we decided to go with us. Or maybe she will go with us, but like, just follow us. You too. Good luck with your research. Thanks. We'll do everything I can to bring back Kana, Miu, and
カナ
all
と
my other
ミオと
precious kids.
そして私の大好きな子供たち全員を連れ戻すそのためにな
You know? Hmm? You kind of feel like one of those IKEA workers from all the kids. You go for a second mother.
なん
What?
だよそれは
Where did comparison come from? I just imagined Shinku working as a caretaker, and that would look pretty hilarious to me. Smart, albeit a bit confused at my words.
でもまあそういう風に言われても悪い気はしない
Well, I guess it does feel kind of nice that we call those kids mother. I do love my students
大
after
好
all,
きだから
each and every one of them.
だから
Which means that I love you
お
too,
前の
Yuma.
ことだって大好きだぞユーマ
She smiled at me partially. Alright, I'm heading out now. Gotcha. I believe in myself once I finish this cup of free coffee.
あんまり遅くならないうちに帰ってこいよ
But please, promise me you won't stay out too late, okay?
世界ノートだ
The World Notebook. The World Notebook? That was the first thing the witch said to me upon my arrival in her room, as I promised.
今から私
That's
た
what
ち
we'll
は
refer to your
お前
book
の本を
as
そう呼
from
ぶ
now
こと
on.
にする
Oh, what?
ノートだ世界ノー
Notebook.
ト
The World Notebook.
お前があの場所から持ち出してきたそ
That
の
book
本
which you brought with
お
you
前
when
が
you
お
came
前自
here
身の
isn't
記憶
simply
を留めておく
hunting
のに必要であ
it
る
for you
と
to
いう以
return
上
your
に
memories.
意味のあ
There's
るも
more
のだ
to it than that,
そうだ
isn't
ろ
there? You need to remember. But that's the key to saving this world, the witch explained.
死んだ人間の
The
命
purpose
を
of that
本にし
place, so to
その
speak, is to
魂が
turn
次
into
に生まれ
lives
変
of
わる時が
those
来
who
るま
have
で保
died
管
in
す
the
る
books and stored their souls
それがあの
until
場
they
所
can
の目
move
的ではあるが
on to the next life.
だがしかし
However,
あの場所が
it
本
isn't
にする
strictly
のは人
people
だけで
which
は
are
なく
transformed into
終
books.
わってしまっ
Worlds
た
that
世界
have
そのものを
at
資
the
本
end
として
are
ま
also
とめることにもある
similarly converted into written form.
と
Well,
お
that's
前は私に言っていたな
that was what you told me when
あ
you
の場
made
所で
that
お前と
contact with
私と
me
で契
in
約
that
を交わし
place.
たあの時に
Wait, we made a contact with you in the library for Beyond. Like, how the hell she got die in the first place? Like, yeah, that's right. I know that. I was like confused by the things that the witch would say. If I recall the memories which she returned to me, things made a lot more sense. It is that you helped in order to escape from that place, that prison of the souls. Also, I pointed to the witch's chest, specifically her heart. I stood at the doorbell near her soul so I could be allowed to leave. The doorbell which I was unable to approach before.
私はお前をあの場所から外へ出す
I let you out of that place in exchange you would return
私は
some
大切な人を
stone
一人
whom I lost. That was
それが
Oh, contact as the witch finished and closed the book she was reading promptly.
さあ
Well,
始めようか
already now, it's time to
私
begin
たちの願いを
from
叶える
writing
た
our
め
plan
に
to make both our
そして
wishes come true.
異常
We've
事態
returned
に
an
飲まれてしまっ
anomaly
たあ
that
の
is
場所を
infecting that place.
正常に引き戻すための計画を
I missed briefly, so that I could recall in detail the contract I have made with the witch.
お前は私に何をやらせる気なんだよ。
What the hell are you trying to force me to do? This happened immediately after I had sent away Shiku's sister Nikai the Eye. I brought a lone girl to the library. Natsume Suzu. You who lived in the same remote part town as I, Kazatsuka Hama. She more than anyone else yearned to find and reach this place. For the reason I wasn't pained with the same guilt about bringing to here as I had been with I. I want to travel to this town from which you came from, but in order to do that I need to help of another. It was the reason why this girl wanted so sorely to come here. I was the person whom she had been separated from and she longed to see them again. I brought that person here quite a long time ago. She wished to take them and win them back with her. Using one of the library books, personal desires is a clear violation of the rules, and honestly putting it that way might be an understatement, but anyhow. If you will hear out my request and cooperate with me, I will return that person to you. I'll grant you everything exactly how you desire it, I said. So please, help me escape from this place and lead me to the town that you are from. I then asked her to take the doorbell that hung from the entrance of the great library and bring it back with you. The doorbell was something akin to a seal that kept me confined within this space. If you remove that seal, then I can live freely. I can touch it myself, but you can.
ふざけんじゃねえぞ。
Fuck off.
どうして
Why
私
should
が
I
てめえ
go?
の言うことを聞か
What
なきゃ
should
な
I do
らない。
as you say?
依頼する相手
You
を
wanted
根
someone
本
to
か
do
らして間違
something for
え
you,
ちゃい
then
ないか
as their own
お前
damn
は
person, I could go on and
と言いたい
on.
のは山々だが
But the girl continued as she began to calm down. Her. But we might offer her some nice deal with this.
お前の言う
The
ことを
fact
聞
that
く
you
の
will
は尺だが
have the gall to ask me
どうしても王とはうな
before
ずきが
seconds
たい
me, and the last thing I want to do is again cooperate with a scumbag like you.
だけど
But you have the power to give me
本当なんだ
what I want, don't you?
お前の言うことを
Follow
聞
your
けば
orders, you will
あの
give
人を
them back
私
to
に
me.
返してくれるっていうのは
I know that. But fretfully, within your options, the girl finally nodded and said fine. That the contract was complete. She and I became partners in a crime or quest to violate the laws governing this universe.
それはそうと
By the way,
私の町
do
へ
you
お前
planning to
が
come
行って
to my
そ
town
こで
for?
何をするって
Should
い
you
うん
just
だ
heading there for some sort of
ただ観
vacation?
光をしようってわけじゃもちろんないんだろ
To learn more about the love, like, and to see Shinku with our own eyes.
別に自分
I
の
mean
住
to
む場
speak
所を
well
悪
of
く
a
言う
town
つ
which
も
I
り
call
は
my
さらさ
home,
らな
but
いが
there's really nothing in there. You can think
何も
of
ない場
anything
所
you
だぞ
could do there, which wouldn't
あ
just
の場所でないとこなせない
as
何
easily
か
as
があ
do
るという
somewhere
よう
else.
には到底思えないんだがな
There's something particular I'm looking to do. I just want to find a certain girl, meet her, and fall in love with her.
恋
What, are you
お
kidding
前
me?
が恋だと
He let me sneak out the Shinku, and I want her to teach me about love.
お前が
I want her to
あの
teach
子
you?
と
I know that. I wouldn't deny it. I began to develop a great interest in this girl after hearing I speak of her so much. What I had heard, she was much like myself in many regards. I would always speak of her so affectionately. Suppose I had no interest in romance, and would strive as much as possible to avoid topics which made her uncomfortable, not without a blushing though. I would never actually met her. I had never actually met her. All I knew about her was hearsay from I. However, it was as though I had meticulously planned that as well in advance. Give me all the information and all the means to follow for her sister and finally learn what love was. At this point, I was ready to believe as such.
何バカなこと言ってやがるん
Are you
だ
out of your goddamn
あ
mind?
の子がお
Mr.
前に
Well,
惹かれるは
how
ず
you
な
will
い
be
だろ
able
う
to
が
woo that girl?
そもそも
All she cares about
どんな
is
ことでも
her
自分の
research,
研究を絶対
so she
優
will
先
never
する
fall
よ
in
う
love
な
with
あの子
anyone.
が恋だな
Not
んて
that she want to. After you use your time convincing me that she and her sister fiancé were basically lovers of one another. In the case, why don't I become human? I borrow his name and introduce myself to Chris Cano human. The detested awesome name of that man may very well behave, will have laughed at Shinku just as only as he had her sister eye. If I use his name, should at the very least be able to get to acknowledge me. Are you being serious? Yeah, serious, and we are not playing around. We are. The pet is Sagata, you could find around. The most jealous one. I know that. Yeah, Beyonce, yes, we are. This shook her heart with sigh, but at least we are aware of this. Yeah, serious. Want to fall in love with Nikaido Shinku? Well, you know next to nothing about. That's only your wish. That's just how you are. Like. You don't know what it means to fall in love with someone in the first place. I don't. That's why I want her to teach me. I want to fall in love with her so that I know what love really is. I want her to explain to me verbally. I want to experience it for myself. I've been curious about love all of things. It's simple. I don't know what it is, so I want to learn. That's the only real answer I can provide to you. It's just plain curiosity, nothing more, nothing less. Plus, before came here, the witch interrupted, seeming to have realized that I was having trouble seeing my foresight together. I guess the world, truly had gone mad. He got or a demon. Should say is actually standing before me, claiming that they wanted to fall in love with a human girl. Well, anyhow, you need to devise a plan. You want to fall in love? I want to see that person again. We both want our wishes to come true, and we need a solid plan. You get their own idea though. I still hate your guts. That hasn't changed one bit. I'm only helping you because it's to my benefit as well, so don't ever forget that. After that, my discussion with the witch in the library concluded. I sent you back to the world, which she came with her life still intact. Only so that I could be freed from this place. This was my first egregious violation of the rules. I had her returned with her life. Previously, when I had brought Ai and Yuma here, the possibility hadn't even crossed my mind. Jeez. So, we could have returned both of them back to the world, but even the thought itself didn't cross our minds. Holy shit, like. About the rules for purely self-serving reasons, I was a monster at Demon. Oh my god. I could feel it in my blood, my own sinfulness. There was nothing more than a wicked than evil born of ignorance. And we're ignorant as heck. I have to apologize to everyone who suffered at my hand if I wanted to make things right. She had no right out of happiness. After that, after we had hammered out the details of our plan, you said that I was no way I would find love with Shinku, didn't you? That I did. So, I'm impressed now that you finally seen and talked to her in the flesh. Do you think she was able to teach you everything you want to know about? Sure, you must understand by now. If your love isn't requited by the person, then it's incomplete. It has to be mutual to take the form of the type of love you seek. If you don't respond to your feelings, if they don't respond to your feelings in kind, there's no love between the two of you. Just one side of love, then. Does that make sense to you? I imagine it does. I think so. So, what do you think now? Allow me to repeat my question. Do you think you can get her to love when love is you? Frankly, I thought it was impossible. I was convinced that Yuma already held a special place in her heart, and there was no room for me. I knew Yuma, the other one who was her childhood friend. When she spoke of him, her face lit up with joy, but yeah, it seems somber at the same time. At least that's how it appeared to me. I might not be able to fulfill my wish. So you don't think you can make your love come true? Should therefore mean that I won't get the person back. Those are the terms of contract I know, but I can't allow that to happen. So when that situation come into pass, I told you to bring that book with you when you left the place. That book exists to chronicle all events happenings in this world once inevitably means its end. If you have that book with you, you'll be able to despite the selfish desire for yours to experience love. Even if those experiences are fake, certificate will be everything again. You want to fall in love, and to assist you with that, oh, it's impossible for you to attain that in the real world. I said before that it now comes full circle, but now is the moment when it comes full circle. So the reality we're in is just a fictitious one, and it's still this world data is the real one. And because you firmly believe that Kaido Shinku will never fall in love with you. In order to solve that problem, call upon the power of that book. Shinchon, what I get rid of our first problem? You would be using that book to craft a fake world, which explained. What was a fake Nikada Shinku who would love you unconditionally and without a question? But there is still there's still one more massive problem that needs addressing. But what we're gonna do with the real Shinku? Yet Library of the Beyond, which is currently running in her way, due to the absence of its manager, needs to be fixed so that it doesn't cause more pain and suffering to people than it already has. You can accomplish that and fix the anomaly by turning there and living now for the rest of your long life as its manager. If you will return to normalcy, do so. Do you have any objections to that? Well, not that it matters. When they let you say you want to return, offers you to witness the disappearance of those girls, so you will finally understand the full extent of what that's happening to us because of your actions. And while that was happening, I waited here patiently until the time arrived. I sacrificed those girls. I need to return to the place which I abandoned in order to fix the anomaly. Then I can't save. Kinda me and everyone was taken away because of this. If I use this book to create a fake world though, also I could experience love, then I wouldn't be able to save this so I can't do that. Alright, that is true. But to do that you need to establish a pathway back home. I know you're human, but also not in a very volatile state. That being said, you flesh and blood are definitely human. Because you pulled out the book after book in that library before choosing to borrow the soul's body from its book. If it was necessary for you to do that, so you needed the body in order to exist physically in this world. Now you know you have the power you did when you ruled over that place. You sounded it so that you could pretend to be human for love with that girl. But how are we supposed to go back to that place now? Like, even if we don't even have the power anymore. Which means that you can freely enter that place. Okay, that answers my question. Like, I guess I'm почти human. But then I have the following now, follow up. Like, then what? Like, the wish Sato is not like. So there is something I need to know regarding that. How us and humans, including you in this case, supposed to reach that place? We simply have to live out the rest of our lives and wait till it comes to an end. What's the matter? Are you saying anything? Would that be a problem for you? I shook my head. I'm changing my wish. Yeah, change it? What do you mean? I'll give up on finding love. So I will fulfill Shinku's wish. I'll heal the suffering hearts of his students in her place. I'll fulfill the wishes of all the girls with a way to the library to its rampage. Shinku I, the first will grant them what they wanted most. It's the only way we'll be able to return to that place. Do you mean elaborate? What do you mean elaborate? Oh, I guess that's a no. All you need to know is that I'm going to fulfill Shinku's wish. I'll devote everything to that. I'll liberate the wounded hearts of her beloved students. In doing that, I'll be able to return to the library. What the hell are you on about? There's one left. There's no one left in this world. Whose wish are you going to fulfill? Kana, Mio? When is gone? You're all taken away to that place. I know, there is no possible way for me to fulfill Shinku's wish in this world. So we'll start by creating a false version of it. I want to let Shinku fulfill Kana and Mio's wishes, since I know how strongly she desires to. This country fulfills the wishes and dreams of all its citizens, but instead, I want to let Shinku fulfill their dreams. For that to happen, I need to create a world in which she can. It will be one stupid ploy to fulfill my own self-satisfaction, of course. My own desire to allow Shinku to be happy. I know that, but still, I just want her to be able to attain happiness, even if it's only momentary. To me, that was the sole thing I could do to atone for the unforgivable crimes I had done to her. So to that end, I'm going to call upon the power of the book I took from that place. It was initially supposed to be a plan B in the case when I get Shinku to fall in love with me, but I have to use it now. So you're going to create a world not so you can fall in love, but she can fulfill her own wish? Yes, I took away her family to all the people she cared about. I left her all alone in this world because of my selfish actions. How could I possibly continue to pursue my own wish after learning the truth about everything? That would be more heinous than anything I have done so far. I see. So you want to do this as act of abundance towards your end. Don't mind if it's fake, as long as ultimately despise you. I'm sharing my wish so that it will be fulfilled at the point when Shinku finds happiness. Whatever my wish may be, if the end results after it's fulfilled as me returning to the library and living a secluded life there for all of eternity, I would rather than just wish for somebody else. It's all I can do at this junction. I guess that's not a bad choice you have made there, choosing Shinku's wish over your own. First, I come to understand if only I was slightly what love is all about, Mr. Big Bad. He's a big bad god. That's drying off with that. We came to understand love for a bit when it's kinda too late for that. Let's briefing what's more then. You're going to create a world that look for a single purpose of fulfilling your wish. Normally, that was supposed to be your last resort in the... Hoping that you saw no chance of Shinku ever falling in love with you here in the real world. Then first accept that and you have to create a fake world in which you and Shinku would inevitably fall in love. In reality, that book was just a plan B for you. I felt safe of sorts. When not you come here and spend all that you have, begin upon your wish to fall in love and decide that upon a new wish entirely. That being to fulfill Shinku's that and to return to the library so I can save Kana, Mio, and all the others who were taken against the real Alright, isn't it certain me that which you first to tell me about? Anyhow, moving on. The next step is to create the world where Shinku's wish can be fulfilled. In order to do that, you need to write a suitable story in that world notebook of yours. Does it need to be complete? That's preferable. It will be yours to decide after the fact. We need to use foundation for that world to stand upon. A setting. And the setting is the dorm and Kazatsugahama itself, but a bit in the future. There are no rules whatsoever dictating what you can and cannot do. You can choose to craft a completely new world from scratch. You can use a pre-existing world that you particularly found of a certain template. Although, considering that this fake world's purpose is to save our world right here, might not be a bad idea to base your new world of it. Alright, well, in any case, you write the story, create the setting for this new world, which is much like our own, but distinctly different, and set it into emotion. Alright, once I do that, this world will be frozen in time. The world's compromise of identical people and things can coexist in the same time axis. Even this world will have to gain a halt. Time, life, and even death. It also means leaving behind the power you have, which allows you to save those who were taken away. I know that. But I'm going to create this fake world and fulfill Shinku's wish. And once I'm done, I will return to that place. I took out my book, the book which the witch called the World Notebook. Although that name sounded a bit cringeworthy to me. Right. Let's build a colorful world. Oh my gosh. No! Now it's like the name of the game itself. Was spoken in the game. Let's create build a colorful world together that's both beautiful and magical. Perfect world in which you and I can live in peace and harmony. Me and you? Yeah. I'm going to that world with you. So, Suzu there is still the same Suzu we have here. You must certainly need somebody to support you both openly and from behind the scenes. A matter of sorts. For that very reason, I'm going to come and live in that fake world with you. Alright, so, it won't be a long day if I have you with me. The thought was for some reason very reassuring to me. None of us took so much time. Essentially, filling in the details for this new fake world in the book. We decided I'm not going to look at anything you've written about this world. Apart from the necessary details I need to know about you yourself. Consequently,
その場
also
で
going
生
to
きる
try
自
and
分自
go
身
in
についても
without any knowledge
あ
of
まり多くを知らないよう
the
に
immediate
しよう
lives
と
in
思
that
う
world. Why is that?
私は神になりたいわけじゃな
I
い
want
ん
to
だ
be a god.
新しく生きる世
Everything
界
that
の中で
hasn't
その先
will
に起こる
happen
こと
along with all the secrets of
出会う
all the
人物
people
の
who
秘
live
密
there.
そういったものを
I'm
何
mature
もか
enough
も
to
全部
do
知った上で
that I will
そ
be
れで
able
もなお済まし
I
た
will be
顔を
able
し
to
てい
put
ら
on
れ
a
るほど
facade and go about my
私
everyday
は
life as normal
大
after
人に
attaining
な
that
れそ
sort
うに
of
はないってことだ
omniscience. Oh, omniscience, like, yeah. That's more like it. What do you mean by that?
私は魔女
I've
で
just
十
been a
分だって
witch.
ことだよその世界で生
This
きる
makes me no
私は
different than anyone
他の
else
人
living
間た
there.
ちとほぼ一緒であまり多
It
く
doesn't
の
equip
情
me with
報
more
を持
knowledge
た
than
ず
I need and it give me any foresight into the
不確定
future.
であるものにしておいてくれ
Alright.
だけどね
Oh, but I do
一
have
つだ
one
け
request.
お願いがあるんだ
You do?
ああ
Yes, my request is,
それは
as per the witch origin, included the person whom she most wanted to see in this new world. The person who taken from you, the person whom she had wanted to take back from me. It was it's a sugar, right? Like,
どうした
what's the matter?
手が止まってるぞ
You're so bright,
何か気
There's
になる
something
こ
on
と
your
でもあっ
mind,
たのか
so I just wanted to offer an excuse, if you allow me.
言い訳
An excuse?
なんだそれ
What
は
is this about? I thought I was doing you all a favor by bringing you to the library. For example, it used to be that I took only one person per year from this world, but I soon learned that that wasn't enough.
どういうことだ
What that's supposed to mean? And I promised to the souls in the library before they began their lives in this world. I showed them the dreams, their wishes were fulfilled, and that they would find happiness. Then after that, we would write the story of their new fate together. Finally, I would give them the power to make their most full dreams come true. When the time came, that could strive with all they had to accomplish them. That's a promise I made with every soul. But now and then, I would find that the souls sent off became lonely. Either because they felt isolated from those around them, or because they had no one around them. The fate we wrote together didn't pan out as planned. There was never anything written in there about isolation or loneliness, but that was undoubtedly what happened to some of them. It was like something had fundamentally malfunctioned. That was why I regularly took the souls who had been inadvertently plagued by sadness and loneliness. Then we would rewrite their fate together again, this time with a wish attached, so that the same thing wouldn't happen twice. I only wanted to save those of you who had become lonely, but it would seem that I was going about it the wrong way.
なるほど
I
ね
see. The wish side.
でも
So I can't help but notice. It seems that
私たち人間には
there were quite a
あ
lot
ま
of
りにも
humans
お前
affected
が
by
言う
this
ところのエ
malfunction,
ラーが多すぎるように思う
as
け
you
ど
put it. But also now it makes a full sense why Sue reacted so strangely back when they were talking about the god in the library with Beyond. There was no shortage of people in this world, and she was kinda at least trying to explain the motives he has. There was no shortage of people in this world who suffered from loneliness, which explained. If they had someone next to them, when they went to bed at night, someone to tell them good morning when they woke up, humans beings are naturally inclined to feel lonely.
とてもわがまま
We're
で
very greedy,
贅沢な生き物だからね。
self-centered species.
人間ともかく
Anyhow,
お前は本
I
来
digress.
孤独を
You
感
said
じてい
essentially
る人
that
間
you
しかあの場所
only
へ連れ
take
て
lonely
行かない
humans to
と
the library, yes?
そういうことなんだな少なくとも
The playlist
あの場所がその力を暴
that
走さ
out
せ
to
て
have
し
been
まう以前
addicted,
まだお前があの
who
場所に
left
いた頃
its
は
power
そうだったんだな
became corrupted. Is that right? Yes. I and humor were exceptions, of course. I took them purely out of my own self-interest. That was the general rule I abided by. As a human had been marked to be taken, Kat would visit them in the dream. There was a clear sadness in Kana's eyes. She explained me to how Shinku had told her this. However, the truth wasn't quite as they understood it. It wasn't death sentence by any means. This is what those humans were told in the dreams. I'm sorry. I know your life has been fraught with hardships and sufferings, but don't cry anymore. I'll bring you to my domain and you can start over from there. Don't be sad, for you aren't alone. I was now able to recall the answer for that. For some odd reason, though, it seems as though my intentions were misinterpreted. Because I hadn't been able to offer solace to these lonely souls, as I had hoped. It must be gracious that I regularly dreamed, but prolonged dreaming was also something that brought them fear, which must have been why, after I left and the cure started, and they saw that the golden feathers chasing people and cornering them, they panicked.
そうか。やっぱりな。
At least I have confirmation
あの
now.
人の
In that I
寂
was
しさを
just
埋めるには
wasn't able to
私
heal
た
the
ちに
loneliness in his
足
heart.
りなかったってことか。
The witch smiled with a hint of self-delusion.
となると、
Given that you
お
tried,
前はあの人
as
の
if
孤
it
独
means
を救
that.
ってくれようとしたわけ
Perhaps
か。
I slightly misjudged your character,
That
now that I
was
think
it.
about it.
私はお前を少し勘違いしていたのかもしれないな。もしかしたら、
Maybe I
憎む
shouldn't
べくでなく、
detest you. Maybe I should
Why
actually be
you
grateful for what I have done. So let me go ahead and say this.
ありがとう。
Thank you. Thank you for saving
あ
him.
の人を救ってくれて、感謝している。
I appreciate you saying that, but it makes me feel a lot better. Still though, my intentions weren't properly conveyed through my actions. That was my mistake. I continued to write the story in the World Notebook by myself. As for which, I had returned her back to me as I did so, since she had wanted to go in without any prior knowledge. Just like the children who would take part in the story, she would live in that world with the burden of not knowing what the future held. The girl with the appearance of Akana bears the pain of being unable to live with her mother. The girl who looks like a mirror who bears resentment toward her own shadow, has been separated from her parents. All of the others have yet to meet with their variety complex issues. Shinku but a save for all the souls, with the pains and sorrows. That would make all of it this worth it. I finally believed as such. I'm sorry, but rest assured that Shinku I will save for all of you. I created a simple setting for the world, while fleshing out specific personalities and backstories for the humans who live there. There was Khan and Mio, and then Tsukasa and Kyo, whom I had yet to meet. After that, I created settings for the two of them who would live alongside them. The witch and Ivil were together to save those who were targeted by the wicked anomaly plug in the Great Library. We would cross paths with many different people over the course of our work. I wrote the biggest simplistic details in the notebook so that much about our future wouldn't be set in stone. All I needed was to build the foundation of that world and nothing more. In the case, the setting of it was intentionally supposed to be ambiguous and incomplete. Once I had finished writing down the parts of the witch didn't want to know, which didn't know to know, I had her turn to face me again.
夏休みまでだ。ここから先は実際にこの劇画のような偽物の世界を生きるお前が
The story will stop once summer vacation begins. From the point onwards, it will be up to the you who lives in that funny fictitious world to decide what the future holds. Why?
決められた未来
Because
を
humans
ただ
generally
決め
had
られ
living
たように漫然と過ごしていくことを
separate lives with the knowledge that their future is decided and nothing they do matters. I see. With that in mind, we only wrote that what happened until a certain year's summer vacation. After that, the future would be decided by my own actions and decisions. All in all, I was quite proud of the fake world that we created together. And the fake world we spent so much time in. Yet, at the same time, something distinctly felt missing. In any case, kinda million that those girls had yet to meet were by way dear and precious to me. After that, I began to create the setting for the person whom I the witch loved. And I understood. So this is the person you wanted me to return to you,
そ
though?
うだよ。何か文句ある
Yes,
の
what
か
about it? The witch pursed her lips, cheeks flushed pink. Take me as kind of cute, especially considering how intimidated I was by her at first. It's gotta be Shigurag. When she spoke about the person she loved, though, it was more Indian. All made sense to me now. It was also the work of love, as it made and it made me a little jealous of her. You really loved him, didn't you? What's the matter? Love.
なんて
That's a bit much.
あれなんだよ。
Hmm?
ただちょっとあい
Just
つには
help me when I needed it.
世話になったから
So I wanted to repay this
だ
kindness
か
in
ら
some
助
way.
けてやりたいなってそう思っただけなんだ私は
And she probably influenced Tsukasa in a way, like. I want to repay his kindness in some way, that's all. Seeing the way she was fidgeting, I began to think, was really all there was to it? She didn't seem to that way to me. I usually found her cute in that moment. It must be truly lovable creatures, and I was reminded of that. Though there seems to be quite a few contradictions in the setting that you wanted. Insinuation positions, new ages and positions, this really be the sort of relationship you want with this man.
いいからさっさと帰っち
Shut
ま
up.
えって
Let's keep writing a
それ
strictly
はあくま
fake
でも
world.
偽物の世界なんだ
It's
そ
100%
こにいるのは本物ではなく
fictitious.
てあくまでも写本だ
Let me insert some of my fantasies if I want. She continued.
私は
Look,
ゆくゆくはお
I
前
want us for
に
you to return that person to me.
あの人を
That's all I
返
ask.
して
I
もらえれば
don't care what will happen
それで
beyond that
いいんだ
point.
だからさ
Just let me have this.
こんな妄想
Give
み
the
たいな
chance
世界
to,
の中
at
で
the
くら
very
い
least, put my embarrassing dreams in this fantasy world.
そんな望みを持たせてくれてもいいじゃないか
That was what she wanted. I had no objections. At least for now. However, I'm sorry. Whatever the reason still took away someone precious to you. But please, believe me when I say I didn't do it with any malicious intent.
うん
Yes, I know.
そのことはもういいん
Forget
だ
about it. We have already
終わ
discussed
った
and
会話を
settled
蒸
that
し返そう
matter.
とするな所詮私では
As I
あ
know
の
now
人の
that
寂しさを埋めることができなかったと
I wasn't ultimately able to
そう
heal
いう
his
ことなんだ
loneliness.
さ
Besides,
あ
even
の
if
人をお前から
to
返
give
して
him
もらった
back,
としても
there's no way that he would ever love me. Not in the real world.
私を好きになってくれることはないんだってお前は孤独の
Only
た
took
だ
people
中
who
に
were
いる
lonely
人間
and
しか連
took
れて
him
行か
before
ない
the anomaly happened.
あの
So
人が
that
連れて行かれた
all
ら
but confirms it.
あの場所が異常をきたす
It was naturally lonely, it was unavoidable. When there was there for him, it was never enough.
それがこれ以上ないか
You've
らに
just proven
証明
everything
さ
to
れ
me beyond a shadow of doubt.
たただそれだけのことなんだよ
It is what it is. The witch emitted a shallow sigh, accompanied with a feeble smile. It has, but I just have to accept it.
私はあの人に振り
I don't
向い
want
て
that
もらお
person
う
to
な
be
んて思
attracted
わ
to
な
me,
い
nor do I want them to fall in love with me. I just
言ってもらおうとも思わないただもう少しだけ
I just wanted to be able to spend more time with him.
私はあの人と一緒に
That's
過
all I
ごすこと
want.
ができたなら
You just want to be with him?
うん
Alright, and once I grow
そして
older, I'm beautiful enough to catch
願
his
わくば
interests.
大きくなった私
Hey.
を見てくれたなら
You mind if I step outside and go for the wall to collect my thoughts? I want to gather as much detailed information as possible so I can make the fake world resemble this one as much as physically possible.
いいぞ
Sure, go ahead. Just
ま
remember
だ
though,
時間はもうあま
I
り
don't
ない
have much time.
あ
The
の
place
場所
got
がいつ私た
I'm
ちを
calling for us
標
at
的にする
Guinea
かわからない
any
から
given moment, after all.
だけど焦らずゆっ
Don't be
くり
sad,
な
don't rush it. Once you think
こ
you
れで
have
舞
seen
台
enough
設定は
to create a
十分
good
だと思った
replica,
ら
come
ま
back
たここ
here.
へ戻ってこい
Alright, try to take it as much as I can. Take it as much as I can. So our fake world is as close to this one as possible. I turn around ready to leave the room.
ユーマ
Tell me, Yuma. Nah, it was the first time she'd called me by that name. I turned around. What do you need? You sure this is what you want?
それでいいのか？
What do you mean?
恋をすること
Wanted to fall in love yet? You're throwing away
お
your
前
wish
は自分
entirely.
の
Are you
願い
okay
を
with
放棄
that?
することを選択して本当に良かったのか？
Yeah, I am. I have no regrets. Like I explained earlier, I've brought so much suffering to so many people. So if I continue to push forward with my wish, knowing others' happiness in favor of my own, well, that would be the height of stupidity.
そう
I see. And it hurts.
痛い
It hurts. I know that. I feel pain whenever Shinku starts to talk about the other Yuma. It's like aching in my heart. As long as the other Yuma exists within Shinku's heart, she will never fall in love with me. I had been right. Sometimes love could be painful. Sometimes when you thought of the person you love, you just would ache. This, this wasn't what I wanted. I clashed my chest, which was throbbing painfully every time I thought of Shinku. Love, affection, waiting for another person. Why is it so painful? So heartbreaking. This isn't what I wanted to learn about. So,
だから
that's why you have no regrets about changing your wish? I know that.
それでいいんだな。
I want to return to that place. I'm done with all of this. I want to go back to being blissfully unaware of everything. Just sleep peacefully for a long time.
そうか。
Oh, so you're giving up.
諦めちゃうのか。お前は。
I still uphold my promise to you though. Once I return to that place, I will give him back to you. I'll be back in a bit. Okay. I just wanted to let you know that I quite enjoyed talking to you. With that I exited that book-filled room. And we have another nice transition going. And I think this is the right moment to stop for this time and continue the next time. So, thank you everyone for watching this and stay tuned in for the next part. And ciao.